we had done the previous class. So in that class we have done different types of fractions, and we have learned that they are unit fraction whose numerator only is 1. All the numerators are 1. Then we did like fractions. Like fractions are fractions whose denominators are same. Then we did unlike fractions. Unlike fractions, just the opposite of like fractions, denominators are different. For example, 2 upon 3, 4 upon 5, denominators are different. Then we did proper fraction. Proper fraction are fractions whose numerator is smaller than the denominator. Improper fractions whose numerator is very good, bigger than the denominators. Then we did mixed numbers or mixed fractions. They are numbers which have a whole number and a fraction. And then we did equivalent fractions. So today we will learn about equivalent fraction. Now, for example, you take this piece of paper. This is a chocolate, okay? So you tear it into 2. So I have torn it into 2. Now just imagine that these 2 pieces are same, okay? I have this piece and I tear it into 2. Now who has more? I or you? Not you. This is the same piece that has been torn into 2. It is the same thing. When you join it, it is the same piece. So it is equal. Now if I tear this into 4 parts, do you think you are going to get more? No, you're not going to get more than me. You're going to get the same piece. Only that this part which you got is torn into more pieces. Now you can tear this into many pieces as you want, but in the end, this piece and this piece is going to be equal. Only the parts are, you got numbers are more here, but it is the same. So let me tell you what are equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions. Fractions that have the same value. It has the same value. I told the same value, but different numbers. It has the same value, but the numbers are different. It is divided into parts. So let me show you in this here. So let me color it. Now what part of the fraction do I have? I have 1 part. Out of how many parts? 2 parts. So I have given you half part from there, okay? 1 part. There was 1. I tore it. And then I gave it that. And we have taken, you have taken half, I have taken half. Half. Now, let's move on to the next fraction. This has been divided into 4 pieces, but you are going to get this piece only. Imagine that all these pieces are same, okay? So how many parts did you get? You got 2 parts. Out of how many parts? 4 parts. Do you think you got more than me here? I don't think so. Do you think you got more than me here? No, it is the same thing. It's only that it has been divided into more pieces. Now let's do this again. Correct. Now you got 3 parts. 3 parts out of how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you think you got more than me? No. It's the same pieces that we are getting. Not more, not less. Both of us are getting the same piece. But all the it says as in the definition, fractions that have the same value but different numbers. Over here 1 upon 2, we have 1. Over here you have 2, here 3. Same value, it has the same value but the numbers are different. Now let's do this. You are getting how many pieces? 4 pieces. Out of how many pieces? 8 pieces. Okay? Is that clear? Do you think you are getting more? No. You are getting the same amount. Let's see here. How many pieces you are getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces. Out of how many pieces? 10 pieces. Just like this paper. I have divided one paper, I divided it into 2, then I tore the other papers which has the same value. When you put it together, you are getting the same piece, but the numbers have increased. But even if the numbers have increased, you are getting the same value. Okay? So this picture or this thing shows us that the numbers are growing, but we are getting the same value. So these are known as equivalent fractions. What are they known as? Equivalent fraction. Here you may see, I got 5 upon 10. I got more than you. It's not that. We are getting the same half. Now when we reduce this, when we reduce all this, it should be half. Which number go to 2 and 2? 2 and 4? 2 ones are 2, 2s are. See, they are getting the same piece. Which number go to 3 and 6? 3. 3 ones are 3, 2s are. They are getting half of it. Which number go to 4 and 8? 4 ones are 4, 2s are. Which number go to 5 and 10? 5. 5 ones are 5, 2s are. So all the pieces are same. So when we reduce it or when we cancel it, all the numbers should add up to 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2. Though the numbers are different, but we are getting the same amount or the same proportion or the same number. It doesn't vary. So these fractions are known as equivalent fractions. Now let's see. I will rub off this and write it in numbers. Now what we have to do is, the question says write 5 equivalent fractions. Now let's do about 4 fractions. Ready? Number 1, let's do 1 upon 2 equals number 2, 4 upon 5. Number 3, 10 upon 11. Number 4, 7 upon 8. And this requires tables. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Understood? So this is the way that we must do. Now, we must multiply by 2. 2 multiplied by 2, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 4, multiplied by 5, multiplied by 6. I have written the numbers to make it easier for you. So we have to multiply the numerator and the denominator. Okay? 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. Got it? Let's try another one. First multiply the numerator. 3 ones are 3. Then multiply the denominator. 3 twos are 6. So we got the second one. Let's do the third one. 4 ones are 4. 4 twos are 8. Okay? Let's do the next one. First with the numerator 5 ones are 5. numerator. Now denominator, 5 2s are 10. Now with 6. 6 1s are 6. 6 2s are 12. Now for the other fraction also we can do the same thing. Is that clear? So 2 4s are 8. 2 5s are 10. Okay? Let's look now with 3. 3 4s are 12. 3 5s are 15. Okay? Okay? Let's do the next one. With which number? 4. 4 4s are 16. Draw a line. You have written the numerator. Now multiply the denominator. 4 5s are very good, 20. Then with 5. 5 4s are 20. 5 4s are 20. 5 5s are 25. 6 4s are 24. 6 5s are 30. So this is the way how you should find equivalent fractions. Now, some children are very clever. They do it this way. You can do it that way also. Once you have understood how equivalent fractions are done. So, you do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 10. 10 ones, you do your tables. 10 ones are 10. 10 twos are 20. 10 threes are 30. 10 fours are 40. 10 fives are 50. So you have written all the numerators. Now let's multiply with 11. 11 ones are 11. 11 ones are 11. I have written the same fraction here, but here I have written different. I could have started with 20. We'll do that here. 11 ones are 11. 11 twos are 22. 11 threes are 33. 11 fours are 44. 11 fives are 55. Okay? So one way is by putting the numbers here, but it's the same thing, doing tables, but one single fraction at a time. Here, first we multiply only, write only the numerators and then only the denominators. Okay, now let's do this in this way, but with multiplication. Ready? 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 7 threes are 21, 7 fours are 28, 7 fives are 35, 7 sixes are 42. Because we have to write 5 equivalent fractions, so we have to write the next 5 equivalent fractions. Now let's multiply the denominator. 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16, 8 threes are 24, 8 fours are 32, 8 fives are 40, 8 sixes are 48. Now all these fractions, when you reduce them, we'll have half, we'll have 4 upon 5, we'll have 10 upon 11, we'll have 7 upon 8. But you don't have to reduce, you just have to write 5 equivalent fractions. Let's do 1, working. Let's see if we get 7 upon 8. If we do 1, all should be same. Ready? Which number will go to 14 and 16? 2. 2 sevens are 2 eights are. See, we got 7 upon 8. Let's see this. 2. Which number will go to 31 or 34? 3. 3 sevens are 3 eighths. See, 7 upon 8, 7 upon 8, 7 upon. That's why it's known as equivalent fraction. Numbers may be different, but it is the same. Let's do this. Which number is going 28 and 32? 4. 4 sevens are 4 eighths are. It's not magic. Okay, we are just reducing. 7 upon 8. Which number is going 35 and 40? 5. 5 sevens are 5 eighths are. Which number is going to 448? 6. 6 sevens are 6 eighths are. So when we reduced these fractions, we got the same as this first one. 7 upon 8, 7 upon 8, 7 upon 8. So which means this, whatever numbers are there, it is the same piece, the same number, 7 upon 8. So you see, even if I reduce all these others, we'll get the same answer that is in front. Okay, dear children? So what we learned today? We learned that equivalent fractions are fractions that have the same value but different numbers. And when we reduce all these numbers, we get the same answer that is written here, which means they are equal. No difference. Same piece. Like this paper and these many pieces of paper. It's both same. No one has got bigger or smaller. You got the same size. Okay, dear children? So later on I'll be giving you homework based on this. If you haven't understood, you can redo it again. And when you do your homework, you can do it in 2 ways. One, write the fraction. Write 1 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator, multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator. Or you can first write only the numerators. For example, 10. Okay? Or you can do 4. 4 1 is 4, 4 2 is 8, 4 3 is 12, 4 4 is 16, 4 5 is 22, 4 6 is 24. And then only write the tables of the denominators. 5 1 is 5, 5 2 is 10, 5 3 is 15, 5 4 is 20, 5 5 is 25, 5 6 is 30. So that's all. You need to know your tables. So children, I hope you have understood. Goodbye. Till we meet in the next class. Stay safe and stay home. Thank you.